Hey guys, so welcome back here to another video. So today we're going to be running Azumarill, Steelix, and one of my favorite swaps, which is Drapion in the Great League. So Drapion is my really personal favorite Pokemon. So Azumarill onto the lead in the first match versus a Sableye. A really positive matchup because of the output damage which comes from the play rough. It does super effective to the Sableye. And Sableye, in order to put pressure on me, it needs to land returns. So I'm going to go ahead and respect that if they want to build up to it and throw it. So they build it up to the return and I'm going to go ahead and respect that. And I don't want to lose shields this early in the matchup, no matter what. So I'm going to go for another play rough, count the exact number of Shadow Claws they get, and I'm going to time the catch on the Steelix. So that's how I'm going to play this. So I'm going to count to it and I catch it perfectly. Beautiful. But I hope it's a return. Yes, it's a return, but still does a lot of damage even though it's a Steelix. It's very bulky. So they eventually get to a foul play also, I guess. So it's going to get my Steelix pretty low. But remember, they do not have shield. So I'm going to just commit to the farm down and have almost 2 breaking swipe ready to go in the back. So breaking swipe 1 is going to come through. It's a Trevenant in the back. So Drapion is looking really good to sweep me this game because of the crunch and how rapidly it can get to it. That's the important thing that you need to look for a Drapion matchup. So I'm going to bring in the Drapion straight away, and Shadow Ball is resisted, Shadow Claw is resisted, Seed Bomb does for neutral. That is also not effective, to be honest. So Aqua Tail is going to come through this Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen needs to land the Earth Power in order to take me down, and my opponent conceives the match as he know that he's helpless in this situation. So that's the first game. Really good wrap. The reason why I run Azumarill is because of its bulk, one thing. And due to the raise of Medicham and Gligar, Azumarill is the greatest of the counter. And it actually pairs really well with any Pokemon which you want to use. So do give it a try on the Azumarill. If you don't have built anyone, it's fine. Hopping on to the second, we have Azumarill versus the Bastion. So really positive matchup. But here, what we are doing is we are putting actually some pressure from the fast move. So that's the reason why it's okay. But from the charge move point of view, Player of Ice Beam both are resisted on the Bastion. Stone Edge is neutral. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake a Hydro Pump. Like I'll build the fast move which is required for a Hydro Pump and I'll throw it and I get a shield, which is eventually beautiful. But now they know that I'm not running Hydro Pump. So that's the reason why I'm gonna go straight away for the Ice Beams, so that I'm gonna chip away some health of this Bastion. I know they're gonna go for the Stone Edge eventually at the same time, which is gonna put a lot of pressure on me. But I don't want to give up shields early in this matchup. We have a call coming, and they even undercharge it, fortunately. So they undercharge it, and sorry for that, from the notifications point of view if you are seeing it, because I know it's quite annoying. I forgot to turn them off today. So I'm going to come in with the Steelix and I'm going to tank a Stone Edge if it will be. So Bastion, 1 HP and a Dream, but Stone Edge is not very effective. So, but in the back there's a Medicham. So I'm going to come in straight away with my Drapion and start lock the Pelipper down. Crunch is going to come through. It's going to land for a lot of super effective damage. Look at that. Almost 50% HP is gone, and 2 to 1 shields is something which I can handle pretty much easily. And as long as I get the breaking swipe on the Medicham, it's going to be very easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a lot of energy here with the Poison Fangs. And I'll try to go for the Aqua Tail because I think it KOs the Pelipper from this range. Pelipper is not the bulkiest flyer out there, but we eventually do get the shield. So I'm not going to waste time more. I'm going to shoot the Aqua Tail because I don't want another Weather Ball to come through. But the Pelipper goes down, and the Crunch is going to now put a lot of pressure on this Medicham because it's going to almost do 50%. That's nice. So I'm going to come in with the Steelix and I'm going to start shooting off the breaking swipes here. So my opponent is not in a position to do anything. So we even catch the Ice Punch there on the Steelix. So breaking swipe is now going to lower their attack, which is exactly what I want. And it puts the Medicham in a very uncomfortable situation where they just can't do anything because Ice Punch or Power Up Punch will not KO from me from the range what I am with the Steelix. So really good game. So Steelix and Drapion, really good core because they both cover each other's cross coverages. Like Steelix is weak to water. Drapion covers that, usually fighting as well. And where Drapion and Steelix are a little bit tough when it comes to ground type Pokemon, Azumarill handles with the Ice Beam. So really good cross coverages, and we have a Charizard lead, which is really great. So they're gonna swap straight away into a Quagsire. Now, very interesting game because I don't have an answer for a Quagsire because it does really well against my Drapion as well as Steelix, and its ability to get to those mud bombs really quick is something which you need to respect from a Quagsire point of view. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually very happy to see Quagsire against the Azumarill because it's really nice, because there is not a lot that I can do with the Steelix and Drapion because of its pressure. Drapion does well, but it still loses because Quagsire just get to mud bomb really quickly. So I don't want to subsequently win this matchup because I have Drapion with Aqua Tail for the Charizard. And Charizard can't take Drapion and Steelix at the same time. Still, it does a really good damage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let the Stone Edge go through, and I thought that I can survive, but no. Stone Edge actually takes me down. So now it is a really tricky situation for me, but I have a shield advantage, right? So Drapion is going to come through, and I'm going to shoot the Aqua Tail quickly. I'm going to shield the Mud Bomb here. I know they're going to go into another Pokemon's completely to catch it, and they make a beautiful catch as well. They catch my Aqua Tail, and this is something which is not good. So, but they're switch locked now to the Steelix, and Steelix can do really well. But they throw the Surf, unfortunately. So now it puts me in a really uncomfortable situation because we are down the shields, and I mean we are just one shield down, but they also have a shield at the same time. They have a Charizard. This is a very uphill battle for me right now, but just pay little bit of attention because of the Breaking Swipe debuff. The Surf is not going to enough to KO us, and I'm going to get an easy Breaking Swipe off. So Breaking Swipe is going to come through, and it almost not KOs the Lantern, but puts it in a range where they are forced to throw their energy. And now what they're going to do is they're going to come in with the Charizard, which is absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Breaking Swipe and instantly swap into the Drapion because I don't want the Charizard to get much energy. And they catch my Aqua Tail onto the Quagsire, which is actually nice because I can get to it rapid fast before the Charizard gets the Blast Burn in time. So, and we win the CMP tie. This is why Drapion is so clutch in this type of matchup, and I still have a shield, so they can't get to back-to-back Blast Burn. Even though if they bait me with a Dragon Claw, Drapion just gets to those Aqua Tail and Crunch very quickly, and my opponent conceives the match, I believe, from here. So there is not a lot that they can do, and I think he just quitted his game out of sight, and Drapion just gets to another Aqua Tail and takes down the Charizard. Come on, we are ready to boom in. Boom, takes down the Charizard. So that's what, it's very clutch, even though we had a really, let's be a downhill battle, but we came through. This team actually came through that, right? Drapion, it's just really good. You can't express more. So we have a Hail Mary lead onto the Lantern, onto the Azumarill. So I'm going to come in with the Steelix, and they're not swapping out, which tells me that they might be weak to Steelix in the back, or else they want to apply a shield pressure and then want to swap out, and they come in with a Medicham. So Medicham is against the Steelix. Obviously, it's not a great matchup to have, but as long as this Medicham has Ice Punch and Psychic, I will be able to take this matchup if they don't decide to shield. But they have Power Up Punch, so this now evens up. So 2 Breaking Swipes, 1 Power Up Punch. So still they are debuffed by some way, I believe, because Breaking Swipe has the upper hand. It defends, no, not defense, sorry. It debuffs your attack by 2 stages. So I'm going to go for another Breaking Swipe. So if I get the shield here, so I guess we are looking in a very comfortable position. We do get the shield. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my Azumarill and trust my Drapion to sweep the end game. That's all. Because Azumarill against the Lantern, I don't think it can't do much. So I'm going to let the Psychic go through because I want to save the shield for the Drapion against the Lantern. So Psychic is going to come through, and I think they will not get another one in time. And I have the exact amount of energy to throw against the Lantern. I'm going to throw the Play Rough and instantly bail out because I don't want them to get extra farm down energy. And in the back, it's a Charizard once again. So this is really great now because Aqua Tail is going to put a lot of pressure onto this Charizard. But the thing about Aqua Tail is it doesn't KO a Charizard, I guess. from this range, or it does. I don't know properly. Let us see. Even I forgot about that. Aqua Tail comes through. Oh no, just barely enough. The Charizard could be able to hang on. I guess they get to the Dragon Claw in time. There's no way they're gonna get to the Blast One from this range. So beautiful. So still Drapion is trying to hang on, and we get a crunch off, which is really nice. Now it allows my Drapion to actually sweep the end game, but I do not get to the Aqua Tail, and now this Lantern has exact amount of energy for a Thunderbolt, which is not good, because water bubbles is not doing enough, and Spark is adding up, and we lose it with a HP and a Dream. I guess I should have swapped straight away onto the Azumarill and trusted my Drapion to get to the Aqua Tail. So hindsight, that was a really good game. GG's to my opponent. That was a really clutch battle out there, but in the end, we end up on the losing side, but still fine. So hopping on to the next one, we have Azumarill onto the Gligar, really good lead, and they once again swap into a Lantern, and we're gonna come in with a Steelix to lock this down. So I usually, what I do with my Steelix is I'm gonna shield always the first move, because after the breaking swipe, it's gonna be debuffed anyway. The opponent's Pokemon is gonna get debuffed by 2 stages, so then I will have another opportunity. Like, I don't want to shield the later ones, because the first one is the hard hitting moves, right? Because of the debuff. So I'm gonna go for another breaking swipe here. So breaking swipe is not gonna get the shield, I believe. Yes, it does not got to get the shield. I'm gonna go for the breaking swipe once again to take down this Lantern. Surf is just not enough to take it down because of the 2 breaking swipe already. So it's doing a lot less damage. So the Gligar decides to come back in. My Switch Locks also come back. And I'm going to be winning the race against the Gligar with the Ice Beam. Dig and Aerial Ace. It's really nice charge moves, but Azumarill is just a thick Pokemon. You cannot actually one-shot an Azumarill. I guess not any Pokemon. But I make a mistake. And the mistake was, I should have overloaded a little bit of energy, and I make another mistake. I shielded the Surf. I don't know what was going on my mind when I was battling this trainer, but in the back, there's another Steelix, which is okay. So now I am a little bit relieved, because there is a Steelix in the back, and I was very happy that there is not like a Pokemon like a Swampert, because it would have been swept my team with 2 shields, right? So I'm gonna come in with my own Steelix. So why I go into the own Steelix is, they do not have any Pokemon left. Steelix is their only last Pokemon. And if I apply double breaking swipe debuff, it's gonna debuff the Steelix in such a way that Earthquake will be of no use. And they need to throw their energy in order to take me down. And Earthquake does a lot less damage, where it doesn't threaten me at all. But unfortunately here I don't get another breaking swipe. If I had get it, it would have been really good as well. But now the Azumarill is sitting in a really comfortable position. They are throwing the breaking swipes, and breaking swipes is eventually lot lesser because of the breaking swipe debuff. And now they know this match is actually over, because Azumarill can just sweep this game. So shielding the Azumarill, even though it was a Surf, I think paid off really well. And that's how this team goes. I think we don't even need Drapion in this matchup, because Azumarill is going to clean us this game up. So I'm going to throw the Ice Beam here. I think not necessary. I would have just bubbled it down anyway, but they also know it's game over. They're going to just let it go. So really good game. So that's 5 games. We won 4 in the first set, if I'm not wrong. So hopping on to the next one. This is a showcase video. But I had really fun using this team, Drapion has a really good play. I mean, it's been top meta since it got access to Poison Sting as its fast move. It gets to those rapid quickly. So once again, a really good lead. But they swap into a Golbat. But Golbat, actually, there is a lot of rise in the Golbat, because of the Medichams. It's a really good Pokemon. They go for the Shadow Ball, which I'm going to just let it go, because Steelix can tank it. And because of the breaking swipe debuff, it can tank another Shadow Ball. And I'm going to have a couple of breaking swipe ready to go for my own mirror match when it comes against the Steelix itself. But if there is a Medicham, obviously it's going to come in. But I pulled the trigger a little bit early here, because I don't want them to get another charge move in time. So I'm gonna throw the breaking swipe and I'm gonna one tap. So we are just 2 fast moves away. So I'm gonna throw the breaking swipe here so that my opponent gets debuffed. But after seeing this, I thought I should have thrown it in the end, but it's still fine. Azumarill is gonna come in once again, and they have a Medicham in the back. Um, this was a really tough play by me. I don't know why did I swap into the Drapion, but it's still fine. Drapion can still handle the Medicham, and as long as I get this Medicham very low, I guess we are sitting in a very comfortable position. So Crunch is gonna land for a lot of neutral damage, which is nice. I'm gonna let it go, even though it's Ice Punch or Power Punch, it's not gonna enough to KO me, and I can get to another Crunch in time, which applies the shield pressure now eventually on this Medicham. So they decide to shield, which is beautiful, and now I can get to an Ice Beam. If I get another shield, it's totally worth it for me. Yes, beautiful. We do get another shield from the Medicham, and they have shown me they have Power Up Punch and Ice Punch. So there is not a point to shield in this situation, and they even come back with their own Steelix, and I'm gonna let it go, or I decide to shield here. Yes, breaking swipe is gonna land, but they eventually get a shield. Here I know that this is another breaking swipe, even Earthquake was not enough to KO, so I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna start shooting the Ice Beam. Medicham cannot do anything. Counter, Power Up Punch, Ice Punch in this opponent situation is not threatening the Azumarill because it just tanks all of those moves because of the Water Fairy typing. My only win con now is I need to get this Steelix as low as possible, and I need to shield the Earthquake in order to win this game, which we did. Beautiful. We shielded the hardest hitting move which is left in the game, which was the Earthquake. And now what I'm going to do is, I know this Medicham has Power Up Punch and Ice Punch, which is not at all threatening. So I'll go for max energy in this situation. I have the max energy here, and I'm just one fast move away from getting to another Ice Beam in time, which does get the Steelix pretty low. But Steelix goes for a charge move here. I guess it should be the breaking swipe, but breaking swipe isn't just enough. And the timer was up, and we were just a little bit HP ahead of Steelix, which gets us the win, which was beautiful. Azumarill just showing why it's one of the best Pokemon out there, especially for Gligas, especially for Steelix as well, especially for Medichams. It's just absolutely really good. You can also run Hydro Pump if you want to. It's a really good charge move that Azumarill has. I have been not running that because Player Off and Ice Beam are just doing fine for me. Alolan Sand Slash, talk about a core breaker. So we're going to hop straight away into the Drapion in this matchup, and I'm going to go for the Crunch straight away. So Drill Run, we need to watch out for that because it does a lot of super effective damage. We almost got the Sand Slash around 50% HP, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and shield the Drill Run, which was the Drill Run eventually this case, and we draw out a Medicham, which is absolutely really nice. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Crunch and pray that this Medicham does not have Power Up Punch or Dynamic Punch, some sort of thing, because there is a lot of trainers where they run Dynamic Punch as well. Ice Punch is not threatening here because I can get to another Crunch in time. That's what I told you. Drapion, is a really MVP Pokemon, to be honest. You know, it puts a lot of pressure when it comes to the safe swap situations, and it's one of the best safe swap to have because of its moveset of Crunch and Aqua Tail. Even it has got access to Sludge Bomb as well. If you have seen my later videos, I use a Sludge Bomb, so Psychic is going to come through, which is okay, but I thought it's an Ice Punch from this end, but it was unfortunately another Psychic. So really, really bad for me right now because I need to throw the energy or else the Medicham gets to another Psychic. Bubble is just not doing enough in order to get me where I need to go. Alolan Sand Slash is going to come in once again. So I'm going to throw the Play Rough, and my only hope is the Play Rough will land. It does land, but they are getting a lot of energy from the farm down, and I'm gonna come in straight away with my Steelix. I know they are not, they have no double Drill Run, like they need one more fast move, but this Alolan Sand Slash hangs in with a HP and a Dream and throws the Drill Run off, and it almost takes half of my health, and in the back it's a Sableye. So if we had taken the Alolan Sand Slash down by, it didn't get to another Drill Run in time, I guess we could have easily won this matchup with 2 Breaking Swipe and couple of Dragon Tails, because now the foul play will be enough to KO, or I think it's not. Yeah, it's not enough to KO. I hang on with HP and a Dream, but still, if the drill run wouldn't have landed on me, I guess I would have been in a really good position. But I think the blame goes to me as well, because I should have swapped instantly onto the Steelix, but it's okay. So